一个展览，那不知道KK 当初为什么会想要新办这样子的展览呢？阿凡达的特展。
因为之前就知道 GES
好像没有声音对不对？我们请工作人员一下。
之前因为知道 GES 在全球办一些放映展，然后就去找他们。那先后在上海跟拉斯维加斯见过世面，然后提供许多我们公司之前做过的展览，去证明说我们这个能力在这里办这个展览。那好不容易争取到他们同意说阿凡达这展在台湾办，因为台湾因为地狭人稠，那个内销市场不是很够，那所以大家在投资展览的部分没有办法投入太多。那其实我们一直想要把一个展览搬到另外一个更高的层次，那所以就去找 GES 他们来谈，那好不容易谈成后了一波，那就把它搬在这里，高兴也很高兴。
所以就是从明天开始，12月7号一直为期3个月，会在我们的星光3月的6楼 A 市馆6楼，请他们可以多多帮忙宣传一下，真的是蛮一个寓教于乐的展览。好，那接下来时间就开放给在座的朋友，那我们这边会有翻译，我们的小文老师会帮大家来翻译，所以有任何的问题都可以请教我们里面的人员或者是制作人等等。
Hello, it's Becky from Apple Business. I'll ask questions in Chinese.
Now, before you ask a question in Chinese, I have a question.
Oh.
Which is, I think everybody went through the exhibition. Did everybody enjoy the exhibition? That's my question.
我要问大家的问题就是，大家刚刚都已经看过展览了，大家喜欢吗？喜不喜欢？跟我聊聊，他非常的喜欢台湾人民的一个热情，所以我们让他感觉到我们台湾人的热情。
我很喜欢这个展，但是我好奇的是，就是这部电影其实有很多种元素，那他们是怎么从这些元素里面挑出来，然后做这整个展览？然后我还想请制片就是帮我们更新一下，就是《阿凡达》续集的进度。
There are two questions here. First of all, I really enjoyed the exhibition. We also know that there are so many elements from the film. So how did you select which elements to be presented in this exhibition? And the second question for John is that what's the progress on the sequels right now?
Well, I think it was difficult to choose what elements, to put into this. But I think what we looked at is, what we thought fans would enjoy the most. We needed the Banshee. Everybody dreams of flying. And the Banshee represents that ability for people to fly. I'll break up the question.
我觉得呢，确实要选择一些元素出来是有挑战的，但是我们寻找的方向就是呢，大家最想要看到。那我们知道灵鸟呢是一个大家都很想要体验的，因为人类没有办法飞，但是灵鸟呢可以带给大家这种飞翔的体验，所以像是灵鸟呢就是我们一个不可或缺的元素。
The bioluminescence is part of the magic that transports an audience to another world. So we knew we needed to include the bioluminescence in the exhibit.
另外一个非常重要的元素呢，就是生物发光的这个特性，因为我们知道在电影里面生物发光呢是一个让观众进入异世界的一个非常大的不一样的体验，所以我们也知道说生物发光这一块呢是绝对要出现在展览当中的。
The science of the RDA, there are lessons to be learned from what the RDA did on Pandora. That was important for us to include in the exhibit.
那还有一块呢，就是那个 RDA 就是那个去潘朵拉要去探索或去开发这个星球的这个单位，我们也觉得呢，从他们的所作所为当中呢，让我们学到了一些课题或者学到一些教训，所以我们觉得 RDA 这一块呢，也要放在展览里面。
And at the heart of our movie are the Na'vi, a culture that Jake, when he arrives, he doesn't understand. And to come to understand the Na'vi is his journey in the movie. And we needed to include the Na'vi here as a way to represent humanity, understanding other cultures here on Earth.
那另外一个重要的元素呢，就是在电影里面呢的核心部分呢，就是纳美人了，就是 Navi。那这个在电影里面的这个男主角这个他本来也完全不了解这个纳美的文化，所以在那个电影里面呢，他去渐渐去了解这个文化呢，是这个电影当中非常重要的一个历程。所以我们也希望在这个展览里面呢，去呈现出纳美，然后纳美人和他们的文化，让大家能够更进一步的了解。
And we are in active pre-production on not just one sequel, but 4 sequels, where we are going to explore more of the world of Pandora, where we are going to introduce audiences to more diversity in the cultures of the Na'vi clans. And at the heart of our story is going to be something that is universal. Because what made Avatar work are themes that are universal. And at the heart of our story are themes about family. And that is no more universal theme can you find anywhere than the theme of family.
另外讲到续集呢，我们现在计划的续集呢，当然大家知道不是1集，我们是计划4集的这个电影。那在这些续集里面呢，会进一步的去探索潘朵拉星球，然后更进一步的让观影者可以了解到，潘朵拉上面还有哪些多元的文化，然后更进一步的去介绍纳美不一样的这个部族在潘朵拉星球上面是什么样子的内容。此外呢，这些电影里面的这个核心的故事呢，是我们希望能够放诸四海皆准的，就是各国大家都能够相通的一些东西。那其实这就是为什么当初的《阿凡达》电影这么的受到欢迎的，因为它里面呢放了一些全世界各地大家都会有共鸣的东西，那就是家庭。所以在我们的续集里面的家庭会是一个很重要的主题。
请问，就是这个听说续集听说续集是在那个今年底开拍，然后想跟制片确认一下是不是？然后还有听说就是会邀请中国演员，然后会去中国拍摄，那不知道现在已经确定或筹备了吗
？So 2 questions on the sequels. We heard that the shooting of the first sequel will start by the end of this year. I wonder whether that's accurate. And the second question is that we heard that there will be actors or actresses from China who will be engaged in the production. So I wonder whether that's true and whether you will maybe shoot some things in China as well.
So we're in pre-production now, so it's going to be hard to start production before the end of the year. We'll be in production next year. We have not finished out our casting. Part of what we look to do with our movies is to have a very well-rounded and diverse cultural cast in our films. So we will look to cast the best people from a broad international base of cast. Our film, Avatar, despite the diversity of locations you see in the movie, we don't film on location. We create that world digitally. We use technology to create the wonder of Pandora. So I think it's very unlikely that we would come to China to film. We will look for inspiration in the incredible natural resources that China has, in terms of looking for inspiration in terms of our art designs and our environments, as we have in the past on the first Avatar film. There's some amazing diversity in terms of the landscapes in China. And what we try and do with Avatar is take what Mother Nature gave us here on Earth and play it out of context on Pandora and present it in unique and unusual ways.
那我们目前的续集呢，还处在于前置作业的这个阶段，所以如果今年底就要开拍，可能是有一点点困难啦。但是我们明年会开始这个开拍，这是没有错的。另外在选角部分呢，尚未完成。可是我们在选角的时候呢，绝对会注意到，希望我们的这个演员呢有非常这个多元的背景，所以我们会寻求国际上面的这个人才。然后呢，我们的电影第一部的电影里面呢，这个地点看起来非常的多元化嘛，但是我们比较少就是去实地的拍摄嘛，因为我们可能会去参考一些实地的地景。
但是这些景观、这些环境呢，是用数位的方式在我们的电影里面去做呈现的。所以拍摄的话呢，不一定真的会去到中国，但是我们可能会从中国的地景里面截取一些灵感，然后会参考在地球上面已经有的一些天然资源，然后纳入到我们的艺术设计当中。我想我们第一部也是，我们第一部的电影也有参考到中国的一些那个地景，一些这个山脉的地景。我们希望能够做的就是呢，把地球上的一些大自然的景色，让它这个抽取出来，然后表现在潘朵拉这个星球上面。
So Joel touched on this before, which is the cast couldn't see the creatures of Pandora or the environments of Pandora because we didn't build them. Now, guests can come here and see those things. You want to talk about that, Paul?
那我们的这个演员代表就之前有提到说，那个时候在拍第一部的《阿凡达》的时候，就连演员本人也都没有办法亲眼看到这些生物或者是环境嘛，因为这个是数位或者是动画做出来的。但是在这个特展里面，大家就是首次可以亲眼看到那个潘朵拉的环境，还有这些奇妙的生物。
Yeah, so I think Avatar represents a universal culture, a universal understanding of the world and our connection between humanity and the environment around us and nature around us. I think that's important, and that's one of the biggest lessons that we've learned from Avatar, and it will be continued on into the future, into the sequels. But there's nothing like being able to stand right next to a Banshee or right next to the Na'vi to kind of see and understand the difference between what my character Norm Spellman as me, as human form, as opposed to my avatar, which is 9.5 feet tall. And I think that's what's wonderful and interesting about this exhibit. And something that we can really learn a lot from. It's educational as well as exciting. You get to walk and see all different types of creatures, the animals from this world, and that's the exploration of this is what's interesting. And it's even interesting to me because this is, like John said, this is something that is new to us. We had visual interpretations of this, but we didn't have physical interpretations. So even for me as an actor in it, I'm able to walk around and understand the scale as to which the creatures of this earth, or the Pandora.
而且呢，在《阿凡达》这一部电影里面呢，我想最重要的重点之一呢，就是我们去了解了人与环境之间的连结。那这也是我们在这部电影里面学到非常重要的一课。我想这样的元素呢，在未来的续集里面呢，也会不断的出现。但是呢，我觉得能够真的站在灵鸟旁边，或者是真的站在我们前面这个纳美人的家族旁边的，是一个跟电影完全不一样的体验，就好像是一个全新的历险一样。那这个特展呢，它富有教育性质之外呢，它其实也是让大家觉得哇很兴奋的一个特展，因为这个真的是第一次大家可以亲眼看到这些生物啦，然后体验阿凡达里面这个潘多拉星球的一些动植物也好，或者是文化也好。那甚至对我来说呢，我自己过去是第一部电影里面的演员呢，我都没有机会，那个时候没有机会亲眼看到。但是透过这次这个机会呢，真的看到这些这个实体的呈现出来，我也觉得非常的开心。
那想请问一下梅里通，因为刚刚我们的演员就他也讲到说，这是他第一次看到这个展览实体的部分。那大家对于这个展览有没有一些相关性的问题想要请教在座的几位贵宾？关于这次展览的本身，是请开来。
Hi, I'm Yujian Pen from Taiwan China Times. I asked my question in Chinese too. 就是我想要问娟，那他因为他有短片在展览里面跟大家介绍导览，那他自己看到自己在短片里面的感觉是什么？然后我也想要问 Lando， 就是续集里面会不会有跟这次展览不同的元素？就是我们这次没有看到的，可不可以稍微透露一下
So my first question is for Jewel, because at the very beginning of this exhibition, we saw you standing, introducing us into this exhibition. So how do you feel seeing yourself as part of this exhibition? And my second question is for John. So in your sequels, will there be some different elements, different from the elements that we see in this exhibition?
Well, I think it's pretty fitting for Norm Spellman to be the one that's representing this exhibit. I think that he would be the one in the first movie to be excited about this and be wanting to bring this to planet Earth to be able to experience this. And I think that it's really fitting that we're here in Taipei, where Avatar is still #1 at the box office. I think that's pretty cool. And we're just happy to be here. We're happy to be finally premiering this thing, and the fact that Norm Spellman is the one that's bringing everybody in is kind of fun.
那我觉得这个有我在电影里面的角色，就是一个这个人类学家毛绒 Spellman 这个角色呢，来带大家进领这个潘多拉的星球，真的是再适合不过了，就是让我们能够在地球上面去体验这个潘多拉。那当然来到台北也非常的开心啦，因为我们都知道说呢，在这个《阿凡达》呢，在台北或者是在台湾有创下了一个票房的记录，所以我想呢，我的那个角色Spellman 这个角色呢，能够在这个特展里面呢扮演非常重要的一个引路人呢，他本人也是非常的开心。
So on the first movie, we explored one small slice of Pandora, maybe the equivalent of southern China. In the sequels, we are going to explore many more parts of Pandora. We will see more creatures, we will see more environments, we will see more cultures that have evolved over time differently. So I think audiences will be enthralled and they will be amazed. And one of the great things that we will be able to do as we roll out the movies is we will be able to update this exhibition as it travels the world, because it's a continuing exhibition. So as we reveal things to the audience, we will be able to include them here in the exhibition for future cities.
那第一部《阿凡达》的电影里面呢，它其实只叙述了潘多拉星球里面的一小部分而已。那在续集里面，我们会看到更多部分的这个潘多拉星球，然后大家会看到有更多奇妙的生物、更多的环境、更多的文化，然后他们不断的在随着时间这个演变当中，所以到时候非常相信说观众进到戏院里面来，一定会感到很惊奇的。此外呢，随着这个续集的推出呢，我们的特展的内容也会更新，所以就是到了之后其他的城市，如果有续集推出了，然后续集里面有新的元素的话，那一些元素也会被加进到时候的特展当中。
Can I add to that for a second? When John talks about this exhibition really being a living sort of platform to showcase these worlds, there are actually some real jewels in this exhibit now that we've teased out a bit. The clan table that I think you guys saw reveals some tribes that haven't necessarily been talked about before in the film. And we have the first ever Banshee egg, I think, actually, which hasn't been done before. So there's some really terrific little hidden gems in this exhibition now that begin to tell a story beyond the movie already.
我想我们这个制片人呢John刚刚有稍微提到了，这样子这个特展呢是让大家更进一步了解潘多拉的平台。此外呢，在这个特展里面的某些角落，它其实也稍微暗示了潘多拉星球上面有哪些东西，在第一部电影里面还没有讲的。比如说那边有在外面的地方应该是有像桌子的东西，上面有写了那个潘多拉星球不一样的部族有哪些，所以等于是有点稍稍的暗示了，之后的续集有可能会带到这些元素，还有之后的关于灵鸟啊这样的生物也会有更多的琢磨，所以在特展里面的有些角落呢，已经对于未来的故事有一些暗示了。
有媒体朋友有问题吗？
This question is directed to John and Joel. So have you personally seen this exhibition already? Which part is your favorite part?
Yes, we were able to walk through it yesterday, and it's all so great, but I would say probably, first of all, my character never got to control and connect with a Banshee, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing to be able to do. Finally, Norm Spellman was able to connect with Evangeline. This was very important for me. You know, I don't know what's exactly coming up in the sequels, and that's important for me. And the other thing that I think that we all love about this is the bioluminescence. This is something that we have on Earth here, and it's something that I've never fully experienced, and so this was a way to integrate for an audience an understanding of how bioluminescence works. And you can touch it, it's tangible, it's something that you can actually experience for the first time. I think that's great.
对，我们昨天有机会呢看过这个展览了，我觉得每一个部分都很棒。但是我想要特别提出一点，就是我的这个角色，就是这个人类学家的角色呢，他在这部电影里面呢没有机会跟灵鸟连接。那我想在这个特展里边，我们有机会跟灵鸟有更多的互动跟更多的这个连接，所以我对于这个角色来说呢，是非常棒的一个部分。另外一个我觉得也很让人惊奇的呢，就是关于生物发光的那一块。因为在地球上面呢也有生物发光，只是大家或许不是那么的了解。那我自己以前有没有经历过？但是在特展里面的生物发光的那一区块展览呢，大家可以实际的去体验一下这个生物发光的经验是什么。
From our perspective, when you say we walk through it, we've lived it for the last 2 years in developing it with 20th Century Fox and GES. Lightstorm, led by Kathy Franklin, who's here with us today, has been an integral part of designing this. Members from our production design team, members from our visual effects team, we've been a part of it and associated with it to make sure that the creatures are accurate, to make sure that the stories that we're telling behind the clans are accurate. And we are very proud of the result of the collaboration that we've had, and we're very proud that it has come to this fruition with the partnership with Beast Kingdom, because unless we had a partner here in Taipei to make this happen in a venue such as this, the results would not be what they are. So it's a true partnership with everybody.
那我可以说，其实呢，我们过去刚刚有提到说我们有没有逛过这个展览？其实过去2年，我们这个紧锣密鼓的设计当中，我们等于是活在这个展览里面，每天都在做讨论。那很开心有21世纪福斯，然后还有 GS， 还有这个 Lightstorm， 就是这个光风暴，大家一起合作，大家一起来做设计。那我们制作团队里面呢，也有一些这个伙伴，或者是我们的特效团队里面呢，也有一些这个伙伴呢，大家一起来参与到了特展的设计当中。所以我会说这是一个非常好的合作的体验。那当然我们在台湾在地呢，也有一位非常好的合作伙伴。就是这个野兽国，因为如果没有一个当地的合作伙伴，没有一个伙伴帮我们找这么好的场地的话呢，我想今天的这个特展就没有办法像大家所见办的这么的成功，所以我会觉得在这个过程里面呢，合作真的非常的重要。
谢谢。那就是因为这个特展，然后它有很多元素，然后因为台湾是第一站，想要问说有没有什么对台湾觉得有兴趣，可以纳入未来的续集之类的。
And we know that there are so many elements in the exhibition, and Taiwan as the first stop of this exhibition. Do you think there are some elements from here, from Taiwan, that can be added to this exhibition or to the sequels, to the coming sequels?
Well, I think that, wherever we go as we live life, it's the experiences that we gain in life that we put into our movies. And certainly being here and coming to Taiwan, there are going to be memories that we take with us forever. And one can only wait to see where those come out. I don't think you could ever say, John, that scuba diving trip that you did to Palau, are you going to see that in a movie one day? And all of a sudden, there are elements of that dive trip in Avatar. So I can't answer your question specifically, but I can tell you the more that you live life, the more those things fall into your art.
I also, yeah, sorry.
我觉得不管我们去到何处呢，都会累积一些人生当中的体验。那这一些体验就会带着跟着我们走。那我们来会有一些关于台湾的回忆，然后当然有可能会融入到未来的电影发想当中。那但是没有办法非常明确的说啊，像是这样，我今天去这个帛琉，我去个潜水，然后我就决定说好，那下一部《阿凡达》里面呢，我们就拍一个潜水的画面进去，所以不会是这么明确的1对1，比较有可能是我们把我们累积的人生经验呢，潜移默化到我们之后的续集里面去。
I just wanted to add that when we were rehearsing, it was very, very important to Jim Cameron to be able to pull from outside of our American ways of thinking and our philosophies and understand Eastern, Western, every kind of culture on earth. There was something that we all brought in. The education that Jim gave us was was less about the technology that was around us and more about grasping the understanding of how to feel and experience being a part of nature and being a part of this world and the cycle and the circle of life. And I think that that's really important. And when you walk through this and you watch the movie and you see anything that's about Avatar, it's not about just one little story, like Joan said. It's about the experience and understanding and building on philosophies and cultures from all around the world, native and indigenous, to be able to bring that in and educate us as we were moving forward and making a movie. And I think that that's going to be going on for decades in the future for Avatar.
好，那我这边补充一下，对于这个阿凡达导演呢，詹姆斯·科曼罗非常重要的一点呢，就是呢，不能只把眼光放在美国的文化而已，要看美国以外的地方去寻求一些灵感，然后同时了解到西方的文化是什么，东方的文化又有哪些元素。所以呢，这个科曼罗导演呢教我们非常重要的一课，就是说这个电影呢不是那么大的琢磨在我们用什么样的科技上面，而是比较琢磨在于说怎么样去体验，怎么样去感受我们自己其实是大自然的一部分，我们自己呢是世界的一部分，然后去感受到这个生命不断的生生不息的循环。所以呢，不管是在电影或者是在这个特展里面呢，我觉得这都是非常重要的一个核心的讯息，就是要能够去体验。然后呢，这样子的想法，这样子的哲学呢，其实也教了我们很多。那我想在未来的续集里面呢，未来10年或者是几十年的话呢，这样子的讯息呢，是一定会继续的出现在我们的电影里面。
I'm sorry, briefly to add to that, I'm sorry to get back to the exhibition. This exhibition has been crafted in such a way where, Avatar is about connection and connectivity. And in the planning of this exhibition, one of the things that I think John and Kathy and Eddie and I talked about very early on was this needed to be a remarkably authentic representation of the film and of Pandora. So connectivity was vital to that. And there are a lot of elements here that allow the Taiwanese to really be the first to connect with this exhibition and share that with the world. There's a lot of really great moments. Maybe Eddie can talk to more of them, but this is an opportunity for really Taiwan to present this exhibition, Discover Pandora to the world, which we think is a wonderful opportunity.
那我想在这个特展里面呢，大家也可以看到阿凡达电影，或者是说这个潘朵拉星球上面，它的重点是什么？它的重点就是在于连结这件事情上面。所以在策划特展的过程当中呢，不管是John 或者是Kathy 还有我啦，我们都希望能够非常如实的把潘多拉星球上面的这个细节在特展里面予以表现。那在这些细节当中，当然如刚刚所说的非常重要的一个核心呢，就是连结这件事情。所以像这一次呢，特展在台湾作为开始的第一站，也给了台湾人非常好的一个机会，就是作为第一批能够跟这个潘朵拉星球连上线的访客。
最后2个问题了吧？
就是其实3D 技术是让世界各地的观众可以看到，可以感受阿凡达一个非常重要的媒介。那我好奇说，但是在展览里面，他们好像没有设计一个用3D 的那种区域，可以让 民众体验，然后是为什么？然后其实那个 James Cameron 他之前讲说，他想要挑战裸视3D。那我想问一下，这个问题就可以请制片回答说，那裸视3D 会用在续集上吗？然后如果说他有那个困难的话，那是续集的那个时间又要往后了，这样。
There are two questions here. The first question.
There are always two questions.
It's consistent, Lisa, consistent.
2 is the new 1.
The first question is, we know that 3D technology has been an important means in the Avatar movie to draw audience into the world of Pandora. But in this exhibition, it seems that there isn't such a 3D section or segment, and I wonder why. And the second question is more on the sequels. Maybe the second question is directed to John. So James Cameron has indicated that in the future he might want to use glasses-free 3D technologies in the sequels. So we wonder whether that will be the realities for the sequels, and if it is too difficult to utilize glasses-free 3D, does it mean that the release of the sequel will be delayed?
First, I would argue with you that this whole exhibition is 3D. because you see 3D. I would argue with you that it's 4D or 5D, that you touch, you feel, you experience, you smell. So I think when you deal with real life, we don't need to present in 3D. When you go into a cinema where we're used to having a screen plane that exists, separate our experience from the narrative of the story, 3D breaks down that barrier. Here, with what we have created in the exhibition, where you walk and the Dio horse is standing right there in front of you, and you go closer to it, you go closer to it. When you reach inside something and you feel a creepy crawling creature, when you smell the sense of Pandora, that's real. We don't need to create an illusion. In a cinema, we need to create an illusion.
好，那先针对第一个问题呢，我自己认为说呢，其实这个特展本身就是一个3D 啊，因为这是一个现实的这个世界嘛，而且不只是3D，我们还有4D、5D，因为在特展里面的有些角落呢，你可以去摸到这个生物，甚至是你可以闻到潘多拉星球上面的气味，所以在真实的世界里面，我们其实不需要3D，只是说。如果是到了戏院里面的话，因为传统的这些影片呢都是平面的，都是2D 嘛，所以在故事、在叙事以及在观众的中间，好像有一道墙阻隔一样。但是呢，使用3D 技术呢，在戏院里面可以去打破那道墙。但是在这个特展里面呢，像是那边看到的那一个高冠后甲马好了，如果你真的多走几步，你就会离它近一点，这个是非常真实的体验。那我们不需要靠其他的技术，还有一些其他的地方，你可以摸到这个潘多拉星球上面的生物，或者是可以闻到这个植物的气味，对对。所以在戏院里面或许需要3D 技术这样子的辅助，但是在真实的世界里面呢，我们就不需要3D 了。
To answer your second question, for us, it's about telling stories with the technology that is available. We want other companies to push the technologies, whether it be HTC or other companies to push the glassesless technology. Sure, that will be better, but we're going to make our movies with whatever the current state of technology is. High frame rate, laser projection, high dynamic range. But the first and most important thing is the stories that Jim is creating in the scripts and the performances that the actors give us up on the screen.
好，那再回到您的这个第二题，关于技术。那我们拍电影当然是会使用到目前市场上可用的技术，但是我们比较希望说，其他的公司呢，他们不断的去推这个技术，比如说像是 HTC 或者其他的公司，我们看看他们推，比如说这种裸视的3D后来推的怎么样，然后我们 会来使用，到时候在市场上面可以用到一些技术，像是高帧率，或者是像这个雷射投影，或者是像 HDR， 就是那个高动态范围等等。但是呢，最重要的还是要回归到故事本身，所以就是看这个詹姆斯·卡梅隆他的这个剧本内容的建构，以及我们也非常仰赖呢演员在这个电影里面的表现。